The answer lies in the heart of battle.
King of Iron Fist Tournament.
Mugen TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey everyone, this is MugenLord here, and I'm back again with another video. And today I just want to talk about a little something different. It's still fighting game related. It's just something that really caught my interest. As you may know, that Google have officially announced that they will be pretty much entering in the, I guess you could say, the gaming space with their own type of technology. And this technology is pretty much called Google Stadia, which everything will be done over live stream. It's pretty much live stream gaming, and these guys are pretty much talking about that you'll be able to play games at 4K 60 frames per second and all these different resolutions and frame rate. So the biggest question is, we already know how streaming works, and it relies on a high powered internet connection in order to get the best experience out of that. So with my channel, which we discuss mainly particular like fighting games, now we know how internet connection really affects the experience that we have as players who play video games or fighting games in general online. And if you have a wireless connection, we know how that can get with lag and everything. And even with a wired connection, internet can still be kind of wonky, like I said, especially with fighting games. So now Google Stadia is pretty much stating that fighting games is something that they really want to, I guess you could say, advertise for this platform to prove that, hey, wireless gaming can work, and it definitely will work for Google Stadia. So I want to just dive into these articles because I definitely want to hear your thoughts and what you think about Google Stadia and how will this impact fighting games overall. So let us dive right into it. So the first article we definitely want to go into first is from VG247. It says Google is confident in Stadia's latency fighting games already in development for the platform. So it says Google's Phil Harrison has revealed why he's confident in the latency and speed offered by Stadia streaming technology. Generally speaking, early reports of Stadia latency and encoding quality have been positive, though actual numbers are hard to come by at this stage, and Google certainly isn't helping matters. It does appear that the experience will be indistinguishable from native play for many. Speaking to Ars Technica, Phil Harrison revealed that keeping latency low is achieved by innovation that we have put in our data centers at the hardware level and by optimizing the quality of the encoder. Alright, through this, Harrison believes that 4K streaming at 60 frames per second are doable on 30 megabytes per second connections. Now, the thing is, I am not a connection wizard when it comes to network connections and speed and everything like that. So a lot of this to me will seem like jargon to me. So if you guys can pretty much tell me what that is in the comment section below, I will definitely appreciate that. So we saw a dramatic increase in quality between Project Stream Beta and now without a significant increase in bandwidth, he added. And of course, if you guys haven't checked it out, this is the Google Stadia's controller right here. It looks like a, to me, let me see. It looks like a, kind of like an Xbox One controller and a Nintendo Wii. No, I said Nintendo Wii. Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Here's the Nintendo Switch Pro controller right here. And here's the Xbox One controller. It kind of look like a mesh between the two, in my opinion. But definitely leave that in the comment section below what you think it looks like to you guys. Alright, so let's move on. So it says, scrolling down here, interestingly, Harrison also said that there are fighting games being developed for Stadia, which is big news. Fighting games perhaps more than any other genre require very precise inputs. Thank you. Fighting game developers often spend a lot of time nailing down the input lag and delay for every move. It remains to be seen if the same experience will be available on Stadia, but the prospect is intriguing nonetheless. Beyond that, Harrison knows no matter how low the delay is, Stadia won't sway everyone, whether for those whose internet speeds aren't up to task or players sensitive to latency issues. Stadia may not have an answer, at least not at launch. I fully respect that there is a top of that esports player pyramid, who are typically players wearing logo t-shirts and a comfy gamer chair, and they're investing in lowest possible latency mouse pads. Maybe we're not going to reach those players day one, but I think that aspirational pyramid beneath the Pinnacle Pro players is absolutely for Stadia, he said. You can read the rest of the interview in the link below. So from what it's saying here, that Stadia, with the Google Stadia thing, they're really confident in their technology as far as how they handle input delay and latency with this Google Stadia. But at the same time, they're also saying at the same time that, hey, for those of you guys who are fiends, like pro players or people who are really serious into fighting games, it may not pull you in and may not grab you day one, because I guess as the, you know, people get their hands on the technology, they get to, I guess you can say, test, get statistical data to how they can pretty much, I guess you could say, update it, patch it, or whatever like that, to try to adjust it to pretty much bring in those competitive players. But this is definitely interesting that Google Stadia is definitely going to have some fighting games in the works for this platform. That's very interesting, and I know a lot of people are definitely wary, especially for those who play more fighting games, you know, a little bit much more deeper into fighting games, are feeling very wary about this platform. And I don't blame any of you guys. And me being a casual fighting game player, I also hate input lag, input delay, latency, however you call it, and it can be definitely critical to the experience, and it can be most definitely frustrating if it's really bad. So when you're having a console or a platform that strictly relies on your connection and to get the best experience, this is one of the biggest risks that I've ever seen anybody take, especially for Google. And the thing is, I'm quite surprised at how Google is really confident about this. I mean, Google is a multi-billion-dollar, you know, company, and they do have some pretty cool tech, and as far as in the tech department and everything. So these guys are really hammering this in, focusing on it. And from hearing from gamers like Spawn Wave, and I believe Dreamcast guy, and a few others who tried the project, the Google project Wi-Fi thing to test it out and everything, they were quite impressed, but still, you know, skeptical as well. So those guys can see, I guess you could say, somewhat potential in it, or can also at the same time acknowledge the hurdles that it's going to go through. I think we should just definitely wait on that, especially with fighting games. And I wonder if Google Stadia is going to have their own like exclusive fighting games specifically for the Stadia, because this Google Stadia thing has definitely got a lot of people curious, because we have yet to know the price of it. We have yet to know what exclusives is going to have in order to entice players and gamers alike to pull them in to be able to play this on this platform. So I'm definitely curious about that, but mainly fighting games. I definitely want to see how well fighting games is going to run on this, and how the input latency is going to be, because if they can nail this right, I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a bunch of other competitors and other companies that's going to try to ride this wave as far as wireless gaming is concerned and streaming is concerned, because this is the biggest thing that everyone is trying to pursue, mainly Xbox. Microsoft been trying to do this since the Xbox One, but gamers wasn't going for that because of the whole DRM thing and everything. So they had to pretty much you know, scale back just a little bit. But it's like Google's coming out the gate with this because they never had a gaming platform before, so they can come out with this, opposed to Microsoft was trying to do something like this. And from the looks of it, as far as console gaming is concerned, streaming is going to be the future, and I really believe we probably have one more console or two more console generations to go before we go completely digital and completely streaming. So I think this is the first step to this and everything, and I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this, because this is very interesting, like especially you guys. Do you have faith that Google may be able to pull this off as far as latency is concerned, especially with fighting games specifically, since I know you guys play a lot of fighting games and everything? And what exclusive fighting games do you think that Google Stadia will be able to bring to the table? And do you think companies like Capcom and companies like Microsoft with Killer Instincts and of course Arc System Works, do you think they will be able to jump on board with this and bring over games like Street Fighter 5? Of course, NetherRealm Studios with Mortal Kombat 11. Do you think we'll be able to see games like that hit Google Stadia sometime in the near future. Definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment sections below. And also, if you're interested in more gaming news and information, make sure you hit that notification bell, like the video, pass it around. This is MugenLord signing off. See you game fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.